Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. There's a video on daily news and editorial analysis, which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. The most important news and editorial of the day that is relevant for your examination will be discussed in this session. Let's get started with news topic list. Today is 6th of June. The first topic is India achieve ethanol blending targets. This is something very important for a country like India. Second, world first fishing catch census. This particular news is important for your upcoming prelims examination. Third, State of Environment Report 2022. India to hand over speedboats to Vietnam. And the last is an editorial and aid in time. Apart from the news and editorial discussion, at the end of this video, there will be MCQ based questions. These questions will be based on current affairs that will help you for the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further delay, let's get started. And if you're new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video informative and helpful, do not forget to press a like button. First news of the day, that is India achieve ethanol blending target, something important for General Studies paper 2. Government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from design and implementation. This news can again be important for General Studies paper 3 in environmental pollutions. Right? So in a milestone achievement, India has successfully achieved the 10% of ethanol blending in petrol. So the target which was set by the government of India of 10% has been achieved successfully. And the target was achieved 5 months before the scheduled time. Actually, it was decided that जो time है उसके 5 महीने पहले ही इंडिया ने अचीव किया, thereby managing to cut down the carbon emissions by 27 lakh ton. These factual figure is very important for examination. And the Prime Minister has made an announcement while he was addressing the Save the Soil movement, and he said that this is coinciding with the World Environment Day. So this is an achievement with a timeline, with a tagline that definitely will help India to make a recognition in the global forum as well. Now, India's ethanol blending journey की अगर बात करें, India has only 1.5% ethanol blending way back in 2014, and this is a huge achievement that we have reached a target of 10% currently, right? So India has reached its goal having 40% of its installed power generation from non-fossil fuel based sources and 9 years before the scheduled time. So these are some of the major achievements that India has achieved. So if you're writing in mains paper, make sure you highlight all these points. Advantages of ethanol blending. So due to 10% of ethanol blending, India will manage to cut down the carbon emission by 27 lakh ton. Factually important point, take a note of this. And due to the increase in ethanol blending targets, government would able to save almost 41,000 crore of forest reserve. This is something that would be saved as in value. And even the farmer would manage to earn almost 40,600 crore rupees due to increase in the ethanol blending over 8 years. Now recent में national जो biofuel की policy उसमें changes की गई थी. I have also discussed this news in detail. If you have not watched it, do check it out. So recently the Union Cabinet has approved the amendment. वो यहाँ पे ये बात की गई है कि जो ethanol की जो blending है खास करके पेट्रोल में, वो जो target थी 2030 की, अब उसको 2025 तक achieve करेगी government. So 5 year advance कर दी गई है target को, and this target that the percentage of ethanol in petrol would be 20%. So after setting 20% of blending target, which was initially for 2030, government इसको change किया, and this will help that even this will call for sugar syrup, cane juices and bee molasses to be heavily used. The policy also allow the uses of excess rice or damaged food grain on the food stock for the ethanol productions, which India already have a surplus in our godowns, in the FCA godowns. So this can be substantially used towards the national biofuel policy targets. Now, what is Save Soil Movement? As Prime Minister was addressing a movement, Save Soil Movement is a global initiative to raise awareness about deteriorating soil health and bring about a conscious response to improve the same. So this type of factual questions, current affairs question can again be relevant for your examination. Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev has started this movement, who is also the founder of the Isha Foundation in Coimbatore. And he has embarked a 100-day motorcycle journey passing through 27 countries, and June 5 marked as the 75th day of the journey. So this is how the movement is going. Now, aiming for an eco boost, if you look into this important points, the ethanol is a biofuel obtained primarily from the sugarcane, basically blending hoti hai ethanol ke with a petroleum reduced dependent on a fossil fuel, and this also help the environment. The government has set a target of 10% of ethanol per liter, and ethanol is blended through a separate pumping and metering mechanism. Once blended, ethanol cannot be separated from the petrol. So this is again an important statement for your prelims. Now, world first fishing cat census, important for General Studies Paper 3, Conservation, Environmental Pollution, Degradation and EIA. So recently, the world first fishing cat census was successfully concluded by the Chilka Development Authority in collaborations with the Fishing Cat Project. So you should have the name of this two important organization, and this was done in the location of Chilka in Odisha. So the world first population estimate of the fishing cat that was concluded outside the protected area, or total number of cats to found की गई है, that is 176, right? Now something more about the census. The estimated of the conduction of the census was there in two phases. The पहली phase थी that was conducted in 2021 with 115 kilometer of marshland present in north and northeastern section of Chilka and surrounding areas. So survey दो phase में की गई है, and the second survey was conducted in 2022 in Parikud site along the coastal island of Chilka. So both combined, a total of 150 camera straps was deployed, and each staying in the field for 30 days. Now the spatial explicit capture recapture method was used to analyze the data. So SERC, this is a methodology upon which the capturing of data was taken. So if you're asked in examination specifically in prelims, you can easily able to handle these questions. Now, threat to wetlands. The wetland in Asia is being lost to alarming rapid rates, and proper data for the current status and the baseline entry. अगर बात करें status की of the wetland that remain unstudied and highly threatened, tracking the specialist species such as fishing cat give an indication, ये एक indication है ecosystem के लिए, जहाँ पे ये पता चलता है कि climate change के क्या impact हो रहे हैं हमारे ecosystem पे overall. So the lakh has this particular lake, Chilka Lake, has 176 of the global threatened species, and in the second phase, 150 camera or the camera trap was deployed. Now, according to the census that was done by the Chilka Development Authority in collaborations with the Fishing Cat Project, Chilka Lake is the largest brackish water lagoon which has 176 cats, right? And this is the world first population estimate in the world जहाँ पे फिशिंग कैट को किसी प्रोटेक्टेड एरिया के बाहर भी काउंट किया गया है. सो these are some of the important trend that is ongoing in terms of the state endeavors and even the government commitment to save the fishing cats. Now, State of Environment Report 2022, something important for General Studies Paper 3, Conservation, Environmental Pollution, Degradation and EIA. So according to the State of Environment Report, which was recently released by the Center for Science and Environment, यहाँ पे ये बताया गया है that 3 of every 4 river monitoring station has posted an alarming level of lead, iron, nickel, cadmium, arsenic, chromium and copper. So ये कुछ ऐसे metals हैं, heavy metals हैं जो कि water में पाए जाते हैं, and this cause even problem to the human body. UPSC has already asked question in such toxic metals. For you, it is important that for upcoming prelims, you should definitely focus on this. So the report is an annual compendium of environment development that is derived by the public sources. Now, river quality or monitoring stations की बात करें, India has almost 764 river quality monitoring station across 28 states, and of this, जो Central Water Commission है, that test a sample from 668 station and heavy metal, and this was a time duration between August 2018 to December 2020. And of this, the water station monitor for the population, the total coliform and biological oxygen जो demand है वो high देखी गई. It was 239 in 88 station across 21 states. तो जो coliform और biological oxygen demands हैं, these are the indicators of poor wastewater treatment industries in agriculture and domestic households. So this gives an indication that what is the health of the water. India dump around 72% of the sewage without the treatment, and 10 states do not treat the sewage at all as per the Central Population Control Board. So this is a nodal body to regulate the policy and implement the rules that is set for the environmental pollution control. Now, coastline erosions की अगर बात करें, over 3 India coastline is spread over 6,907 kilometers. That saw some degree of erosions between 1990 to 2018. And West Bengal is the worst hit, over 60% of its shoreline under the erosions. So if it is asked in examination, कौन सी ऐसे states है जिसको सबसे ज़्यादा impact हुआ है, so West Bengal would be correct answer, not neither Odisha nor Visakhapatnam or other states. West Bengal is the answer. Now, reason for erosion. So first is the coastline erosion has increased in the frequency of cyclone and sea level rises, and other is activities such as construction of harbors, beach mining, and building of dams. So these are the substantial reason upon which the erosion take place. So it can be asked in examination which among the factor contribute to the erosions of coastal region. तो आप इस तरह के जो factors है वो जरूर ध्यान में रखें. Now, Ocean Health Index की अगर बात करें, the global average of the index must measure that the look at the substantial human exploitation resources that has improved between 2012 to 2021. So this is a timeline between this duration. And India's score in this index has declined. India की जो performance है वो decrease हुई है. और अगर बात करें इंडिया की forest cover, that has registered over 0.5% increase from 2017 to 2021. And this increase has taken place in open forest category, which include the commercial plantations. Now moving to the other news, that is India to hand over boats to Vietnam. This is again something important for general studies paper 2, effect of policies and politics for developed and developing countries. So the Defense Minister of India, Mr. Rajnath Singh, is scheduled to visit Vietnam from June 8 to 10. During this, he will preside over handing over the ceremony of 12 high-speed guard boats that is constructed under the Government of India 100 million Defense of Line credit. So this is a bilateral relationship boosting our military equipments, providing and helping hand to the Vietnam. So the Defense Minister will hold a bilateral talk with General Phan Vinh Nguyen during his visit, and he will also review the defense cooperation between the two countries and explore the new initiative to further strengthen the defense engagement. Now, the Defense Minister will also visit the training institute in Vietnam, that is at Nha Trang, during the Telecommunication University. This is something which will help India to get an idea about the Army Software Park being established with the 5 trillion million grant. And Vietnam is procuring 12 high-speed petrol boat for the Vietnamese border guard under the LOC extension in September 2014. And in 2016, India has extended another 500 million defense line of credit to Vietnam on discussion of the way, which is under basically even way to identify the equipments. And Defense Minister will visit further to consolidate the bilateral defense cooperations, जहाँ पे comprehensive strategic partnership जो है CSP जिसको कहते हैं, CSP would also be followed between India and Vietnam. So if you're writing रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन इंडिया एंड वियतनाम, आप मिलिट्री एंगल से ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स है जो हाईलाइट कर सकते हैं. नाउ द एडिटोरियल पार्ट, दैट इज एन एड इन टाइम, इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर जनरल स्टडीज पेपर 2, वेलफेयर स्कीम्स फॉर द वनरेबल सेक्शन ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन बाय द सेंटर एंड द स्टेट्स. So under this editorial, the entire editorial focuses upon the theme of assertive technology and disability. कुछ 4 important सब टॉपिक्स हैं जो मैं आपको ईजिली वे में समझाऊंगा. फर्स्ट इज द बैकग्राउंड about assertive technology, global report on assertive technology and the way forward. The United Nations जो convention है on right for person with disability that come into effect on May 2008, this bring the center stage disability and an intersection on health, human right and development as a priority. Subsequently, बाद में क्या हुआ, WHO ने और World Bank ने jointly एक रिपोर्ट प्रोड्यूस की जहाँ पे बेसिकली दिस वाज देयर इन द रिपोर्ट डिसेबिलिटी इन 2011 टू प्रोवाइड अ एविडेंस ऑफ इनोवेशन एंड पॉलिसी एंड प्रोग्राम दैट कुड हेल्प द डिसेबल्ड पर्सन एंड इवन इट कुड एड देम इन गेटिंग देयर क्वालिटी लाइफ. सो साथ में इसके डेवलपमेंट हुई असिस्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी की. असिस्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी का मतलब होता है दिस एम्स टू इम्प्रूव द इंडिविजुअल फंक्शनिंग एंड इंडिपेंडेंस, देयरबाय प्रमोटिंग द वेलबींग. क्या एग्जाम्पल हो सकते हैं असिस्टिव प्रोडक्ट्स के, जैसे हियरिंग एड्स हैं, व्हील चेयर्स, कम्युनिकेशन एड्स, स्पेक्टिकल्स फॉर द स्पील organizer, memory aids are the example of assistive products. A billion of people globally are currently estimated to be in the need of assistive technology, and this is projected to double by 2050, right? Now, global report on assistive technology, इसको GREAT के नाम से भी जाना जाता है. Basically, despite the challenge that was posed during the pandemic, an incredible achievement was done between the World Health Organization and UNICEF. They have jointly launched the first global report on assistive technology on May 16, and the GREAT report draw survey upon conducted, which was conducted in 20 countries. तो कुछ important facts यहाँ से निकल के आए. And this indicate that the proportion of population currently using at least one assistive product is less than 3% of about total 70%. जितने ज़रूरत है उसमें सिर्फ 3% ही ऐसे लोग हैं जो उसको use कर पा रहे हैं. There are many reasons for that, but this is a fact that we have to acknowledge. Universal assistive technology coverage implies everyone, everywhere, and receive the AT, and they need without financial or any other hardship. Now, what is a way forward for this kind of article or editorial? So, assistive technology की बात करें, they handed out the CRAM as a part of social services initiative that are sporadically activity without using of static based on the unmet needs. Include assistive technology in universal health and social care services and critical imperative. The health system is responsible in providing equitable access to assistive technology, just like for any essential medicine, vaccine, and increasing being recognized at the country level, being drawn up with the aim of fund to provide ATs under the universal health care. तो ये ज़रूरी है कि UHC के अंदर भी इसे लाया जाए. और global report of assistive technology, that is great, provide that this is a roadmap that will help in the longer run. In due course of time, both states and central government has to formulate a policy that is aligned with the GREAT initiative or GREAT reports. So this is how you can conclude your answers. Now moving to the MCQ questions of the day. Before I proceed, just to tell you the answers of yesterday questions, that is for the Saturday. For first question, the correct option was B. For second question, the correct option was C. Today's MCQ for practice, आपको बताना है inflation. It's measure the average price basket of the commodities and services. Inflation is indicative of the decreasing price power of the 8 countries currency. UPSC ने कल के prelims में भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा economics से inflation पे भी सवाल पूछे हैं. So do check it out. What is the correct answer for this, right? Second question, Great Indian Bustard. Great Indian Bustard, one of the heaviest flying bird in the world. The bird happened to be the state bird of Madhya Pradesh. So do check it out, which among the following is the correct option for this. This was all about for the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, you can let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video.